Are you letting being an optimist hurt your career? I mean, you're getting great reviews, you're getting great feedback from your peers, even your management, and you're just not getting the promotion or the scope increase that you feel you deserve and want? Well, today we're going to talk about two key things that you can do to switch your mindset from being an optimist and hoping great things will happen to you in your career to becoming more of a realist and making good things happen for your career. My name's Milan, and in the 30 years I spent working my way to senior level in a Fortune 100 company, I went through my period of being an optimist. And those years were probably the most painful. I was the most demotivated. I was the most upset and frustrated that I've ever been in my career. And here's why. I was in a role where I had been delivering some great work, and I know I was because I was getting the feedback and top reviews. I'd been promoted once, and I thought that if I just continued growing scope, growing influence, growing the work that I was doing, then right, I should get promoted again to that one level I was really looking to get, more senior level. But no, because what I didn't realize at the time, and I didn't bother learning, was that that was not a realistic expectation for the role I was doing. It didn't matter how well I did it, how much more efficient I could make it. They were never going to promote me to that next level. Though they were happy that if I did it, they would pay me well and give me good reviews. But again, that's where the difference between optimism and realism can really get you. So let's just quickly talk about some definitions because the words actually matter. So as an optimist is a person who is inclined to be hopeful and expect good outcomes. Someone who's given optimism. Now, you should always have a great outlook on your job and life and be upbeat. But the words that I don't really like in there is inclined to be hopeful and expect good outcomes. That doesn't give me a warm and fuzzy feeling. That's not a plan. That's not something you can actually work towards. That's just like saying, well, should I do a good job like I did for a number of years, and I'm going to hope that the right things will happen. So let's talk about being a realist. Now, a realist is a person who recognizes what is real or possible in a particular situation, one who accepts and deals with things as they really are. I really like that. And as I started thinking about what my challenges were, and I started shifting my mindset to be more of a realist, that really kind of forced me to take action. I mean, it was great to think about, you take things as they are, and you accept and you deal with it. Sounds pretty clear to me. So the two key tips are, in order to kind of start shifting this mindset, is the first one really is you have to be realistic and determine what the realistic next steps are for what you want to go do. Now, for example, I'm going to use two different scenarios here. One is you want to move ladder level up. Well, so how do you determine what's realistic to move up? Go write your promotion recommendation form and talk about it with your manager. Set the bar. Now, you may not be close to it, but that's okay because you'll start opening this conversation around what is it that your gaps are to meet the next ladder level. And I do another video on that if you're interested. And then the second scenario is, let's say you want to move to a slightly different industry. Well, that's kind of easy too, because you could just go look at a job description for a job that excites you and do the comparison with your resume against that, and then start saying, okay, well, if I were to apply for this, what would a hiring manager think my challenges are? Do I not have any experience in that field and I need to go get a couple of projects volunteered out of the way in some other part of my organization so I can make that connection? But the important thing is to set a realistic goal, not try to shoot for something that is not realistic, because that's just going to frustrate you. The second tip is you got to have a plan. Like, you have to have a plan of what it means to go fill those gaps. I've worked with a number of people who were very much the optimists, was, well, I'm getting all this stuff done and I'm even went and got some of this experience. But that's not a plan. Plans usually have timelines. And so what timeline are you setting for yourself about when you're going to ask your manager seriously or for a promotion, or when you're going to fill those gaps so you can be recommended for a promotion? Or if you want to move to another industry, what's your timeline to go get that experience so you can start applying for those cool jobs that are out there and have a higher success chance of getting that interview and that role? So again, these were the two key things that I started doing as I started switching my mindset from being an optimist to a realist. And once I did that, I really saw my career moving, and I'm sure it'll work for you as it's worked with other people that I've talked to with this. Have a great day.